Golf. You know, the gentleman's game. The one that's all about handshakes, self-policing, and looking sharp in pastel slacks. Turns out even in this honor-bound sport, some pros have played dirtier than a muddy bunker after a rainstorm. Forget hush tones and golf claps. Let's talk about the 10 moments that pros got caught red-handed right there on tour trying to sneak one past the fairway gods. This isn't your friendly weekend scramble where Uncle Ron forgets a stroke. No, this is big money, big eyes, and even bigger egos.
You say, no sir, it did not cross.
Yep. In his defense, from 230 away, it was really close to crossing. But as I got up there and you saw the physics of the ground, like it is a steep slope left and like almost kicks, well, it definitely kicks right if it lands on the red line. So it was one of those, but he wanted to drop up by the green. I said, no, like, I don't think it crossed. I went like very political about the whole thing. You got to protect the field. Like, I don't want to do this, but I think you got to do, you know.
Number 10, Sung Kang and the drop heard round the green. 2018 Quicken Loans National, Sung Kang and Joel Dahmen were locked in a tense round. Kang hit one into trouble, and when it came time for a drop, Dahmen called it out, said the bolt and cross were Kang claimed. A little creative positioning, maybe. Kang stuck to his story, dropped where he pleased, and played on. No official penalty, but the court of public opinion, brutal. Twitter lit up its slow-motion replays and frame-by-frame breakdowns. Dahmen, to his credit, didn't back down either. That whole round felt more like a courtroom drama than a golf tournament. Dahmen later said he felt cheated and didn't mince words about it on social media. The PGA didn't issue any ruling, saying it was inconclusive, which only stirred the pot more. Fans kept debating the footage for days, with pros chiming in both for and against Kang.
It appeared that Simon had marked his ball on the 8th green and then inadvertently, or what have you, had moved the ball back and tapped the putting green immediately in front of where the ball was.
Number 9, Simon Dyson and the sneaky tap. BMW Masters 2013. Dyson strolls up to a green, sees a spike mark in his line, and casually taps it down. One problem, that was a rule no-no back then. The cameras caught it. Rewind, slow-mo. Gotcha! Disqualified and slapped with a fine. Oh, and a suspended 2-month ban to sweeten the deal. One little tap turned into a full-on slap from the rule book. It wasn't even subtle. He did it like nobody was watching, which was his biggest mistake. Afterwards, players started treating spike marks like landmines. And Dyson, his name hasn't exactly been echoing in clubhouses since. The European Tour even launched an internal investigation into his conduct. He admitted to the action but claimed it wasn't intentional. A tough sell after the footage. His world ranking dropped sharply in the aftermath, and sponsors quietly stepped away.
You have polarized an entire sporting community today in the last 2 hours. A lot of people rooting for you that you never knew would even watch golf. What are your emotions on what happened in the last 2 hours?
Yeah, it's great to have the fan base that I do, and they got me through the whole round, and it's unfortunate what happened. I did not mean that at all. I didn't realize I did that, and I fought strong through the finish, and it was great to see the fans behind me.
Number 8, Lexi Thompson and the TV replay nightmare. Lexi had the 2017 ANA inspiration in the bag until a viewer from home decided to play referee. They spotted her placing her ball a touch off the mark during a previous round. The footage got to officials and bam! 4-stroke penalty right in the middle of the final round. Talk about a gut punch. She still fought her way into a playoff, but lost. Everyone started wondering, should couch refs really decide tournaments? Lexi held it together in front of the camera, but that penalty clearly rattled her. Fans were torn, some called it justice, others cried foul. And ever since, players know Big Brother is always watching. The incident led to an immediate backlash against the rules official and prompted a rule change the following year. The USGA and RNA amended rules to prevent similar call-in penalties from being enforced. Lexi's emotional response during the post-round interview made headlines across the sports world.
in a footprint. This was his practice swing, and you can see when he took the club back, he definitely took some sand back behind it. Now you can ground the club there. He not only did it once, he did it twice. You cannot, though, improve your lie.
On the 11th hole, Patrick was assessed a 2-stroke penalty for improving his intended line of play. He cannot remove or press down loose soil or sand.
In the rules of golf, if you improve your lie, whether it's you set up.
Number 7, Patrick Reed's sand controversy. At the Hero World Challenge, Patrick Reed got filmed sweeping sand behind his ball in a waste bunker like he was tidying up for company. 2-stroke penalty? Sure. But the real sting came from the swarm of players and fans side-eyeing him for accidentally fluffing up his lie. Intent or not, dude looked guilty on tape. The clip made the round fast, sparking debates about how far the rules should be bent. Even his playing partner stayed awkwardly silent. It was a bunker, not a sandbox, but Reed treated it like prep time. He defended himself by citing the rules about waste area, not bunkers, but few were buying it. Golf Channel aired the footage on repeat with slow-motion analysis. Some players even hinted it was the first time Reed's interpretation of rules had raised eyebrows.
So I'm not putting the shaft in my belly or on my chest. I actually have the thumb between the chest and the putter. And I have 2 ways of putting. I put it in the lifeline of my hand, and then I just line it up and try and rock my shoulders. Use the big muscles. Just rock the shoulders back and rock the shoulders through.
Number 6, the Bernhard Langer putting drama. Bernhard Langer, 2-time Masters winner, class act, but when it comes to his putter, the guy literally a fire under golf's rulebook. Here's the tea. In 2016, golf decided to axe anchored putting. No more leaning the putter into your body. Langer, he'd been doing that forever. When the rule hit, he swore he cleaned it up. Switching things around, said it was all by the book. But clips don't lie. Slow-mo breakdowns show that hand of his dancing real close to his chest. Maybe it's not touching, maybe it is. Depends who you ask. Either way, it had people whispering, and not the good kind of whispering. The PGA Tour and the USGA gave him the green light, said everything looked legal, but not everyone bought it. It got loudest during the PNC Championship. Folks watched, paused, zoomed in, looked like he was flirting with the edge of that rule. Some say he's clean, others say he's bending the rules like a pro yoga instructor. And with every win, the chatter only grows. Legal? Maybe. Clean? That's the real question.
It's a simple question. What happened over at 13?
Look, I don't mean disrespect by anybody. I know it's a 2-shot penalty, and at that time, I just didn't feel like going back and forth and hitting the same shot over. I took the 2-shot penalty, moved on. It's my understanding of the rules. I've had multiple times where I've wanted to do that. I just finally did.
Number 5, Phil Mickelson's bunker blunder. US Open, brutal greens, Phil gets mad. Ball starts trickling downhill, and what does lefty do? Runs over and whacks it like it's mini golf Saturday. 2-stroke penalty, yeah, but the bigger hit was to his rep. People weren't just disappointed, they were straight up baffled. Sportsmanship, not that day. He defended it as a strategic move, but it came off more like a tantrum. The USGA scrambled to justify letting him keep playing. He later doubled down, saying that he did not want to play ping pong with the ball. Fans started bringing up past close calls as signs of mounting pressure. Commentators debated whether any other player could have gotten away with that response. Number 4, Justin Doden's scorecard alteration. Commissioner's Ottawa Open. Doden writes down a double bogey. Doesn't like how it looks, so he grabs his pencil like it's a magic wand. Poof! It's a par! Except other players noticed. Oops, the whole thing unraveled fast. He bailed from the tournament, confessed online, and yeah, nobody's forgetting that move anytime soon. Tournament officials launched a quick probe. The leaderboard got reshuffled after the fact. Doden's online confession tried to get ahead of the story, but screenshots were already circulating. It was one of the more rare modern cases where cheating was caught by peers, not tech. He later said he was under immense pressure to secure tour status, but sympathy was scarce.
Calls for the official. I checked it, and I believe it broke ground, but I'm going to let you make that call. Right here.
What are you talking about?
Embedded ball.
Oh,
Where's your
feels
ball?
like, well, I since I picked it up to check, I mean, it seems like it broke ground, but I want you to double check. They said it didn't bounce.
You mind if I stick my finger in there?
That'd be the only way to be able to check, isn't it?
Yeah.
Number 3, Patrick Reed's embedded ball controversy. Farmers Insurance Open, Patrick Reed claims his ball plugged, except video shows it bounced first. And guess who didn't bother to check with anyone before picking it up and claiming relief? That'd be Reed. Critics jumped in fast. The rules let him off, but fans, they dragged him through the mud again. Even the announcers were openly skeptical on air. Reed said a volunteer confirmed it was embedded, but no one else could back that up. Social media turned into an instant replay roast session. Players later admitted that they were confused by the quick decision and lack of consensus. PGA officials tried to clarify the rule application, which only made things murkier. For many, it was déjà vu, just another Reed rule moment caught in 4K. Number 2, Vijay Singh's course shuffle. Back in 1985, Vijay was still trying to make a name for himself in Southeast Asia. What did he do? Well, word has it that he gave his scorecard a little creative editing. Just a simple erasure and a better number. Nothing to see here, right? Wrong. The tour booted him. Straight up banned, not exactly the best opening act to a Hall of Fame career. But hey, he bounced back eventually. Still, people didn't forget, that kind of stunt sticks to your name like a bad slice. He was accused of changing a score from a par to a birdie at the Asian Tour event. The disqualification came from the Asian PGA Tour, a brutal blow for a young pro. It took him years to fully regain trust and get back into major events. Number 1, Jane Blalock's marking drama. Jane was a top LPGA player, making headlines in all the right ways, until 1972. That's when folks started whispering that she wasn't exactly playing by the book on the greens. Something about sketchy ball marking. The LPGA came down hard, suspending and fining her. But Jane wasn't having it. She lawyered up, kept playing thanks to a court injunction, and eventually settled. That fight, way messier than her short game. She didn't just push back, she pushed the whole league into court. Teammates turned awkward real fast, unsure to whether back her or keep their heads down. She was initially accused of moving her ball closer to the hole without marking it properly. The LPGA's 12-tournament suspension led to a 3-year legal war. Her lawsuit triggered changes in how the LPGA handled discipline and appeals. So what do you think? Was Reed bending the rules or just using them? Drop your hot take in the comments. Smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more.